I got fired from my trucking job, and God told me not to go back. And here's why. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Rich. I am one half of Two Tired Black Parents, where we talk about family, marriage, vlogs, and anything in between. So, here's the reason why I got fired from my trucking job, and that is because I chose family over my job. So, it was middle, middle November when this all transpired. And remember in my previous video, I said that I've been through a lot of valleys. I've been on top of a lot of hills this year as well, last year. And that was absolutely true. So everything was going good. I was doing my trucking job and I was happy where I was at. I was running the ports and I wasn't making the best of money, but they kept us kind of busy. The time schedule was when I first got to this company, it was straight. It was good. But then they began becoming a little bit more demanding. And if you are a truck driver, you know that trucking is a very demanding job. So when it came to certain loads they that this particular company wanted me to do, I was turning them down. Why? Because it interfered with my family time, my family life, my home life. Now, I know a lot of people, I probably get a lot of criticism for this because of the fact it's like, hey, you need money to survive. You need to keep on moving in order to make money, which is all true. But my philosophy and how I've always thought was, at what cost? Do I make all this money? And like I said before, it wasn't great money. It wasn't great money in the trucking industry. If you are in trucking, you know that the trucking industry is on a steady decline, especially in the ports. They are about to go through yet another strike. And it's supposed to be happening, I think, sometime this month. There were days when there were days when they struck the last time that we were off like a week straight. So trucking is steadily going on a slow decline. And everyone they're not making the amount of money that a lot of people think that truckers are. So with that being said, the company started making or changing, getting different bids. They began bidding for other contracts that took me off of the route that I was normally on. And yes, you are correct. You have to be able to change with the company, right? But like I said before, my philosophy has always been, at what cost? Is it taking me away from my family time? Is it taking me away from my father duties? And that is exactly what it was doing. So, mid November, I was going through a custody battle. I'm still going through this custody battle. Been going through it for quite some time. And within this custody battle, there are certain things that I have to stick to that trucking just did not allow me to do. So I I was fired. I was actually fired right after 30 minutes after my custody hearing. So to go from a custody hearing to getting fired, that's a lot in just one time span. But like I said before, I've always prided myself. I've always said that I would put family before self. I'm that father that loves to, go on field trips, go to plays, go to just school functions, or even like to a PTO meeting. You know, I'm that type of father. I like to be very involved. I like to attend all my kids' sporting events. And with trucking, it wasn't giving me that time to be able to do that. It was good until it wasn't good in the trucking industry. So, yes, I applied to a few other companies. I even got called calls back from these other companies to start. And God told me to stop. He told me to stop. Because, see, trucking wasn't or isn't my passion. It's not my passion. I grew up in a trucking family. My father's a trucker, my older brother's a trucker, my younger brother's a trucker. I became a trucker, but that wasn't my passion. I never liked to be away from my family. And when my wife was pregnant with my second son, I told her I'd never leave her again. I'd never leave them again. Because there were times when I was out 3 or 4 months at a time. When I first started trucking, I was out 3, 4 months at a time. And I told them that I would never leave them again because I don't want to be the one to put the burden all on my wife when it comes to raising a child or raising the kids. And when it comes to children, they will remember the things that you've attended, that you were involved in more than you being away. So this time around, when I was fired and I applied to those other jobs, God told me, He said, Richard, this is not your passion. Do what you want to do. Go the route that you want to go. And I'm listening. I'm listening. There are things that I want to do that I've had my mind set on for years now. I've also told you in another video, stop telling people your plan on what you want to do. Because you have people that will prey upon your downfall. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you fulfill your dreams. They don't want to see you move in greatness. But once you do make it, they want to have their hand out asking for stuff. So even on this diary right here, I will not tell what I'm doing until it's done. I have a plan. Right now, to hold us over or hold me over, actually us, because it is a family, you know? Like I said in a previous video, I'm spark driving right now. It's not my first time doing something like this. When I was in trucking school, I was down on my luck. And Uber, Lyft, all that got me through. So, with a spark driver, you can make money. And honestly, to tell you the truth, you can make as much money as being a truck driver. That's the crazy thing about it. But I get to make up my own schedule. I get to go where I want to go, do what I want to do, still attend those pivotal moments in my children's lives that I want to be at. So I feel like that's a win. Now, will spark driving be the only thing that I do? No. Like I said, I have a plan. Will I tell it? No. Not until it's done. But I urge you to get out your comfort zone. And if if you're doing something that you don't particularly love to do, why force yourself into doing it? Why be I was gonna say why be uncomfortable, because but in order for you to be comfortable, you need to be uncomfortable at some point in time. And that's a fact. But I've been uncomfortable for far too long. Chasing money is not the only thing, is not the only route to happiness. We need money to survive, yes. But what makes me happy as a father is being there for my kids, being there for my wife, helping out. That fulfills me. So if I have to take this little break to make me happy, to make my family happy, that's what I'm going to do. So I urge you to do what makes you happy, what fulfills you, what makes you whole. Now, I get it. If you're the only income inside the house, if you're already battling with trying to pay bills and stuff like that, you might have to stick with that current job that you're in because you have to survive. But I want you to think about having an exit strategy. What do you need to do? Do you need to take away some of these bills? Do you need to try to lower some of your bills so you can save a little bit more to get to your goal and then exit? You got to make it happen. But Like I said before, I wish everyone well. It's 2025. It's the year of doing the things that make you happy, that fulfills you. And don't let anyone or any job take you away from that. Because at the end of the day, these jobs will these jobs only want a body to fill. And I guarantee you, the day that I was fired, they had someone else inside of my truck 2 days later, if not that same day. So these companies don't care. So do what makes you happy. And we'll holla at y'all. Peace.